genius YouTube watchers out there. This is Yakko Warner, and you are watching Quinn Noble. So are we in the water tower.
Well, I didn't have anything else planned for today. Let's go get drunk.
Simo in the house. Oh. There we go. Got rid of the echo. Hell yeah. What's up?
Hi there, nice to see you. Bumblebee tuna? Bumblebee tuna!
Yeah! Tonight!
Alright. I'm on baby duty again, so no promises. Oh shit. Hold on 1 second.
Finish her. Scorpion wins. Excellent.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero
Take that.
wins. Finish him. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality. Finish him. Liu Kang
He is the
wins.
lamest one out of
Fatality.
everybody. For sure.
Finish him. Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Test your might.
Victory!
Zone sub Scorp Luke Raiden Kano Johnny Zone sub Scorp Luke Raiden.
Bring it on, woman. Boom shakalaka! He's on fire!
All right. I think we're good now. All right. We need to go back.
Only
to where we were. Okay, so the whole thing with the reverb is I have to have it on so that I can listen to the baby monitor in my headphones. Usually it's not there, but things change. Alright. I gotta finish this dumb mission.
Fucking see me!
This song is my jam. Yeah, you know, SEMO. Compensate, better yet, regulate. Made, fade. I'm getting paid. Column third left. Stack 'em up against the gate. Street lights just came on and my mama's in the streets. Yeah, I think so. Verse 2. So what the fuck I do? Yeah, it was a good time. I want to have that like effect on my channel, like on my stream. I miss it too, man. This is the 80s and the 90s, and some of the 2000s. What the fuck?
That fucking shows you!
Teach you to fuck with me. One way. Get away from the cops. This is your jam. I mean, this game's got a great soundtrack.
This joint went 5 times platinum in 2 months. Y'all remember this? 1996.
1996. Cruise the Neighborhood shotgun in your cousin's car? The system? Yeah, I had a, like a, what do you call it? It was like a bazooka or something in the back of mine.
Get back here!
So we're headed to Los Santos then?
Soon. I gotta make a stop.
Oh, what's the stop? Ice cream?
Where are your people at in Los Santos?
It's just my cousin there, Floyd. He's bunked in with his girlfriend someplace called Vespucci Beach. So, what's the stop?
Family's important, Wade. Not as important as the man that's employed you, mentored you, and fed you amphetamines.
I think I need to go to the
it's important.
ammunition here.
I ain't seen him in
Get
a
some
while,
stuff for this
Trevor.
mission.
All the more reason to drop by.
Okay, that might be nice, but
It's pouring down rain. Yo, what's up? Okay, the pistol, yes. Oh, I got plenty of money. Suppressor. Might as well get the extended clip. Isn't there like a max? Oh. All right.
where are we stopping on the way? Because, you know, I'm getting kind of wet over here.
For fuck's sakes! Another chapter of the lost have descended on this fine town. Looking to mourn and maybe revenge their dead. I was thinking me and you could pay our respects.
Trevor, I don't think we'd be welcome there. I mean, wasn't you the one who, well, kept them on their way to begin with?
Grief has a beautiful way of bringing folk together, Wade. Just you wait. And besides, I brought them gifts.
Here we go.
Something
Real
nice?
goose.
Like,
Welcome.
Shut up.
Clashed with Chicano gang the Aztecas at the Ace Liquor Store in Sandy Shores, which is an alleged
We're going to the nudie bar,
methamphetamine manufacturing operation.
where the beer gives you gas, but the bunnies kick ass. At the nudie bar.
I got some fond memories of this place.
Operating system market be under threat? Jackson Skinner, head of product development at Facade, is at the center of a data mining scandal today, following accusations the software company sold.
The assholes here, they slipped. Ice took a hold of this whole place.
I got you them bombs and that pistol with the thing that makes it quiet on it.
Yeah, I took them. Those are my gifts for these pricks. Sit tight, little buddy.
Don't be all.
Room for one more.
Robbie Opal. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight?
Holla, 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 holla.
All right. We're blowing up the trailer park.
There you go.
Really great, man. You were lost in sea chapter 12. Something all the they can be proud of. Whatever they said about his snitching, man, that was bullshit. Billy would have never let this shit go down right here. One creepy little dealer taking down a whole chapter. Ridiculous. Let's take a ride. See what kind of shape they left this place in.
I'm hitting the blacktop, brothers. So long. That's the spot.
There's like 3 of them over there. His wife didn't work. Yeah, Peg. Oh, I know all about it. I love me some Married with Children. That one. Nope.
Nothing like some fireworks and party.
Doing great, just drinking some beers and watching some Twitch. Same here.
Well, I didn't have anything else planned for today. Let's go get drunk.
Yeah, welcome. We do the same thing here. Alright. It's getting hairy. Two more. I did. I don't really watch the Connors. Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit.
I loved you all like brothers. You never took no shit. Never made no compromises. You're lost. You are not forgotten, brothers. Go find that motherfucker and tell the devil.
Who's he talking to?
Say his best for him.
now.
Let's give your friends the send-off they deserve.
One more. I mean, yeah, I love Homeboy. John Goodman. Okay, last one. Oh, dude, do I steal the dune buggy? Who's here? I knew it was Medic.
Welcome.
What's up, Medic? Welcome. I got one more trailer. And these 3 guys over here. Not really sure how I should go about this. You related to Darlene? I like how, what's his face, the boyfriend, he's the one that got popular. Let's see. Yes, I know, Triple X. I've already done it on like all of them. I got one left. I just don't want to start a bunch of shit. Game 7, I know. That's crazy. Who would have thought? I mean, we got 2.
Hey, what's that?
Stealthy. Oh shit. Where's my truck? Oh shit. Get up. Shit.
Go, 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 go!
Damn it, dude. What the fuck? Come on.
Fuck off! Go! Fuck off!
Drop this asshole!
God dang it.
Oh no! What happened?
Will,
What
what's going
oh
on?
no, how terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh
At least I'm right here.
This is it, you useless prick!
Return to Wade.
Pussies! Every one of you! You'll
I got
fucking
lucky.
die here. Come on! Whew. Now that that's over, let's get out of town. Los freaking Santos.
That go okay? I heard like a banging and screaming, but then not the night time.
Yeah, it went good, Wade. We don't have to think about the loss no more. Let's go find my old buddy.
You
guys that killed him, the federal government, they pissed me off.
But if he's dead, who's this?
Now you're starting to grasp the pertinent questions. Who is this guy using my dead friend's tired-ass movie quotes? With my dead friend's
When do I do
alias
that?
and my dead
Triple
friend's
X?
family? In a house that must have been paid for with my
After
dead
this?
friend's stashed millions?
Wow, that's a real mindfuck.
I'll show you a fucking mindfuck. I'm gonna stick my boy in your eye. It's gonna come out of your ear, huh?
I didn't mean
Dude, I got Taco Bell like 2 nights ago.
Move up your eye,
So
hole, fucker.
freaking
You don't
good.
wanna fuck your tiny mind, huh?
The $5.99 box is a deal.
I'm doing a roadkill.
It's like a taco, a burrito, cinnamon twist, and a Baja Blast.
Are we nearly there yet?
No, Wade.
Are we nearly there?
You keep this up, you're not gonna get there at all.
Can you tell me a story?
No, Wade.
Let's play a game then. You know animal, mineral, or vegetable? I'll go first. I'm nanotechnology.
You're what?
Ooh, damn it. I gave it away. I wasn't supposed to say what I am. I'll start again. Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Hey, how about this?
Whoa.
I'll tell you
What were
a
those people
story
doing?
if you promise never to speak again.
I like stories.
Off to the right.
Of course you do. This story's about a boy called Trisha.
Is Trisha a boy's name?
It doesn't matter.
Sounds weird.
He was weird. He was the smartest, toughest, weirdest kid in Canada. Well, in the Canadian border region of America.
Okay.
This boy, he had all the talent, charisma, and guile that a boy could have. But he didn't know what to do with it.
He should become a baseball player.
That's it. That giant sprawl. Los Santos.
This is the place! I seen it on the holiday card. So, this is Los Santos.
I guess it is.
I always wanted to come here.
But you got stuck in the desert?
It's still San Andreas.
Best part of the state.
We strip mine a church or empty condo. It's the next economy that junkies discovered. Now you can cash in on it. Gut your plumbing, melt down your knives.
So don't
and forks for
swap?
cash.
Okay.
Take apart old electronics. Dissect batteries yourself and take out the lead. These days, buyers are paying top dollar for metal. Melt down your kid's tricycle or your aging mother's wheelchair and turn it.
So, Michael, this is where dead men come back to life.
It was such a long drive for them never have been here.
But you'll keep another day or so, huh, old friend? You motherfucking fuck! I grieved for you! You weren't even fucking dead. You were my best friend. Well, guess who's coming to shit on your doorstep, you fuck!
I thought we were going to my cousin.
No one's redeemed my new sound, Triple X. Kind of sad.
Los Santos, the city of shitheads. Where else would it be?
It's Vespucci Beach where he's staying. Will you tell me the story about that boy,
That is a fun
Trisha?
fact.
Ah, yeah. Where were we? Right. So, this kid, he could fly planes. So, he signed up for the Air Force to fly all day long and bomb villages and maybe, just maybe, drop the nuke. And it was all going well until one day, just before he got his wings, an evil
should read
witch
it.
in charge of psychological evaluations told him
sorry.
he was unstable and grounded him for life.
That's
I just hit my
terrible.
It
button.
was! Sent him into a deep pit of doubt, despair. And just then, just as he hit rock bottom, he met a fat, silver-tongued troll under a bridge.
That's cool. What was the troll's name?
Michelle.
What was the
lady
troll's
troll?
name?
Yeah, he had tits like one, but no, he was a boy.
Michelle is a funny name for a boy.
Well,
I love
this
his
was a
truck
funny
because you
boy.
just hit
He sat
anything,
under his
just
bridge,
run right
robbing
through
anyone
it.
who passed him by. Sometimes he'd go into town and rob the shops and inns and such. And he persuaded our hero that maybe he should rob people too. And you know what? Little Trisha did rob people, and little Trisha was good at it.
And they lived happily ever after?
For a while, until the troll met another troll in a strip club, and they fell in. Ow! And they fell in lust. He bought her a pair of fake troll tits, even bigger than his real troll tits, so she could make more money stripping. Maybe a little on the side without call work, but
Oh, we're near Floyd House. I seen it on iFind Maps. I'll give you directions. Just keep on a minute. Just straight over this one. Take a left here. It's a right up here.
Fun fact, the entire GTA 5 map is actually
Asuma
smaller
asked me
than...
if I touch my PP enough, white pee comes out. Is that aliens? I'm not sure what you're talking about, but maybe you should consider seeing a doctor if you're experiencing something unusual. If it were aliens, I'd probably be the first to know, right? Get out there. Right, det nice. Get out there, shut, right, just friend it. And down in front.
He's having a stroke. Shaq's having an AI Shaq is having a stroke.
Remember to stay safe and make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Simo, you're asking ridiculous questions. Yes, it's aliens.
This is the place. I think it is, at least. Floyd! Floyd! It's up here, Trevor.
I tried to make everything cheaper with the rewards.
Floyd, it's me, Wade.
Who?
Me, Wade, your cousin.
Who?
your cousin! Fuck! He's come to visit you, you rude
Here's
fuck.
my
Now
new
get up
one
off the floor and fix me
I
a
added.
fucking drink.
Oh, you, wait. Smoking meth somewhere.
No, not somewhere. Here. He's gonna smoke meth here. Give me a fucking lighter.
You can't smoke here.
Okay.
This
Stroke
is my girlfriend's
O'Neal.
place. She's at a business conference. You can't smoke here and you can't stay here.
How's it going, cousin? It's been a while.
Yeah, I ain't seen you since you was caught in Evelyn's bed.
A guy was never proved.
You gotta go, both of you. My girlfriend.
That is a double
me if you knew I had
entendre.
guessed.
She's not much of a girlfriend if she
I
don't
don't
like
know.
your family.
Maybe.
Now, would you get me a fucking drink? I'm not gonna ask you again.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I ain't got no booze.
Then you go out and fucking get me something. You go too. Fuck.
There we go. Yeah. Live, love, and laugh. You really don't like his demeanor, do you, Real Goose? You were asking about it last night too, weren't you? Why is this guy so mad? Alright. Triple X. What are we doing now? We're going to get a mullet and something else. Let's see. Here we go. It's his shtick. It's like, that's my thing, man. I'm just fucking mad at people all the time.
Hey, I haven't seen you at the Epsilon training. You okay?
Awesome!
Looks good.
Yeah.
That was a hood
I'm
barber.
telling you, if you don't sleep in that hairnet, you're gonna wake up with your brains in your pillow.
Bob
dig?
Mullet.
All right, I hear you.
See ya.
All right.
Come in.
Yeah,
come
sorry. My friend says I needed to go to the other barber. Alright, it's by Michael's house, so this is Michael. This must be it.
I just hope that broke your goddamn neck.
That was race. It was. And Triple X made me do it. He made me do it. I feel real bad. I should have given that girl my business. But yeah, straight down from Michael's. That's where I'm going. That's where my waypoint is. She seemed real lovely. She would have done my hair up, but not cool. Not cool. This guy? Bob Mullet. Yeah, you're right. Moulet. Bob Moulet.
Fun.
That one? Grown out. He's got 3 hairstyles. The Randall. Bald. With no beard. That's what we're doing. Alright.
I love the outfit you have on today. Gorgeous!
Alright. And then what else? Clean shave. Stubble. I kind of like the handlebar. Are we just doing this because this is the way you like them?
Bye-bye, beautiful.
Alright, now something else you wanted to do after the haircut?
Come in, look around.
Charcoal?
I can see you wearing that.
Charcoal suit? That's the only one. Boom. Alright. Now what? Now I can switch.
You don't see me.
Make sure
okay?
you come back.
I think I'm ready for like a Michael or a Franklin mission.
Come on.
Okay. Sounds good. You got it, Triple H.
Is that yours?
Of course not.
I've only got myself to blame for the mess these kids are
What's
in.
that he got?
You are either drunk, or you're staring
Smoke weed every
miserably at
day.
the clouds, or you're out there doing God only knows what.
Oh, yeah. I done horrible by you.
Smoke weed every day.
Western trailer park. Got you a big mansion in Rocky Hills. Hell, the only thing you
I
got to
wanna
worry about
talk,
anymore is
Sam.
what part of your
Climbing
body
through
you
the
have
moon
chopped
like that
up.
bitch out of frame.
Screw you, Michael.
Ah, but you won't.
I was faithful to you up until I found you.
R.I.P.
in the
Nate
strip.
Dogg.
I would divorce your ass if I could. You are nothing but a murdering, cheating hypocrite. Thank you, Michael, whatever the fuck our fake last name is. You have ruined my serenity yet again. My yoga is fucked.
Oh, is that what they're calling it now? You and your fucking yoga.
Did someone say yoga?
Oh, hello, Fabian, darling.
Namaste.
Namaste.
You must be Miguel. Namaste.
Nah, man, go fuck yourself.
Michael!
You've got to work on your anger, brother. It's killing you.
Yeah, tell me about it. Ah, there you are, you little shit.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Funny.
Playoffs?
You know, you're a real asshole. What did you just fucking say to me?
Stop it! You're ruining my fucking yoga!
Somebody say yoga?
Oh.
Trevor?
Michael.
Drama bomb.
Hey. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I bet it is. Of course, I'm not the one that's been resurrected. Ain't this grand?
Yeah, well, I got in a bit of an awkward situation.
You're telling me, bro. Yeah. One of those fake your own deaths to your best buddy, and then run off with the dough, and then live in a big mansion. Awkward situations.
It's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, do you have any other ways of looking at it? Because I am all out.
It was a long time ago, man. I've been in witness protection. I still am.
That's great. That's great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where are my manners, right? Amanda, it is good to see you. Oh, I missed you. You used to be fatter. Nice new tits, by the way. Jimmy, you used to be thinner, but can't blame you. Who are you?
Namaste. I'm Fabian.
Good Lord. Where's Tracy?
Where's your sister, Jim?
She's trying out for TV.
She's what?
Yeah, she's auditioning for Fame or Shame.
Fame or Shame?
The fuck are you talking about?
Fame or shame?
It's that talent/skills show.
Hey!
You guys know that.
If I'm not back in
What's
10
her talent?
minutes,
Dancing.
call the
She's a
police.
horrible dancer.
Michael.
Don't you go down!
Jesus Christ, what now? Now? Where?
The Maze Bank Arena.
Tracy being humiliated. Let's go, we go get her. We?
Yeah, we. What, are you gonna stand here and argue while your daughter becomes a national laughingstock? Huh? You're worse than I thought. Now let's go, come on!
Maze Bank Arena.
So, Mike, what were you doing?
I was making myself a juice. Broccoli, raw kale, fish oil. This recipe I got is packed with nutrients, fibers, vitamins, and it don't taste bad. I'll send you the recipe. Anyway, get this. I'm making it. The blender slips, juice goes everywhere. I'm about to clean it up when I find this bag of grass. Big fucking bag, Jimmy's, right? Okay, just that moment, Amanda comes in. Sees me there with
I didn't ask for a blow-by-blow of how you lost your last ounce of masculine pride. I wanted to know what you've been doing for a decade.
Easy, tease.
Don't tease me.
Hey, if anyone needs kales, my friend.
I'm beyond... I'm beyond kale, okay? It's too late for kale.
Probably.
It's magical powers to have any effect on me.
Fine.
Or yoga. Or talk therapy. I'm a crank, cannibalism, an incest kind of guy.
Oh, don't worry, T. They skip that talk and go straight to shock treatment with your ass.
Might have to take a break here,
My name,
guys.
you fat slob. You too relaxed and you laid back.
Good place to take a break.
Embarrassment, huh?
Medic's
One
taking
letter
a
all
break.
You can bring yourself to wrap your slothful lips around.
Whoa, dude, you do not let the fuck up.
I got 10 years worth of venting to do. The let up, my friends, is a long way off.
Fine, fine. Do what the fuck you want.
What? Well, I want to save
Alright,
your daughter
guys.
from making an
Little one's
ass of
waking up.
herself.
I'll be back in just a few minutes.
How's everybody doing out there? My name is Quinn Noble, also known as Silverhawk, and I'm getting pretty pumped about Super Bowl 55. So I wanted to take a moment to remember one of the greatest football franchises to ever grace us on home consoles. So sit back, relax, and grab your favorite football snack as we take a look back at Tecmo Bowl. The 80s was a booming time for sports and video games alike. With the invention of cable television, everything was getting maximum exposure and sports started finding their way into the arcades. In 1983, we got 10-Yard Fight from Taito. This fast-paced football simulation game was said to have brought football games out of the Atari era. It was ported to the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985 as one of the system's launch titles. These releases were commonly referred to as the system's black box lineup. The game was not quite as fast as its arcade version, and neither were quite football. When you controlled your player, it controlled the other players surrounding you. 2 years later, a new company called Leland Corporation gave it a shot with their game, Quarterback. Quarterback had more control over the plays, and the players actually formed like they did in real football. Additionally, it had cities of real teams, but with no NFL license, the team mascots, colors, and logos were not used. A few steps were taken in the right direction, but the fun factor just wasn't there. At that same time, an up-and-coming company called Tecmo was working on a game of their own, aptly titled Tecmo Bowl. The first version of Tecmo Bowl was released sparsely into arcades worldwide. It's a very large, semi-rare cabinet. It has a mirror dual monitor presentation that is very similar to the Smash arcade hit X-Men. It's an arcade-style football game that can be played with up to 4 players. There are only 2 teams, the Bulldogs and the Wildcats. Each team has 10 players instead of the traditional 11. Each user can control a player from either team. If you are the Wildcats, you are either Ken or Bob. If you're the Bulldogs, you are either Eric or John. Your quarters supply you with time. 1 quarter equals 1 minute. If you run out of time, the game is over. There are no plays to pick. You decide who to throw it to before the snap. For me, this resulted in a lot of interceptions. Kicking is also very difficult. The meter goes very fast, but I think that adds to the arcade-style fun. Also, on 4th down, there is no field goal or punting options. Just 4 downs hard. The game did something that all the others could not. It painted that fun football atmosphere. Even at the end of the game, the fans are ripping down the goalposts. While Tecmo Bowl marinated in the arcades, it was Nintendo who made a key move that would revolutionize sports games as we knew them. They ported their 1983 arcade hit Punch-Out to the NES and paid heavyweight boxer Mike Tyson a rumored $50,000 to endorse the game with his likeness for 3 years. This wasn't the first athlete endorsed for a video game, but it is definitely the first one most people can remember. After the 3 years were up, Nintendo stopped making Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and started making Punch-Out. It was the same in every way with the exception of the label and the final boss. Mike Tyson was replaced with a fictitious character named Mr. Dream. Anyone who played the game will tell you how they wanted a shot to fight Iron Mike. Mr. Dream just didn't have the same appeal. That's what made athlete endorsements so important. That is what sports fans and gamers wanted. In 1988, the Leland Corporation, now a division of Tradewest Games, ported their game Quarterback to the NES. Following Nintendo's footsteps, they asked star quarterback of the Denver Broncos to endorse it, bringing us John Elway's Quarterback. The game just wasn't quite there, though. The controls were stiff and the game underperformed compared to the arcade. Quarterback was released in 1989 along with 2 other football games. One of those was NFL Football by toy company LJN. They were able to secure an exclusive NFL license to feature all 28 of the league's teams and logos. The NFL license was about all the game had to offer, really. NFL Football is very slow and clunky. And to this day, I'm not really sure how to play it, as there's no screen to show me the plays that I'm picking. NFL Football just isn't a good game, which seems to be a trend with most LJN games. The other game released that year was Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo wasn't able to secure the exclusive NFL license, however, they did manage to get a license from the NFL Players Association, which to me seems to be the better deal. For the first time on a home console, you could play as your favorite NFL players. Well, at least some of them. With one license and not the other, Tecmo was able to have real players, but not the real teams or logos. There were only 12 teams, so if you were a fan of, let's say, the Tampa Bay Bucks or the Kansas City Chiefs, well, I guess you could play NFL Football by LJN. There are 3 game modes to choose from: 1 player, 2 player, and coach mode, where you pick the plays and let the computer run them. I'm not really sure who would want to play something like that. I'm looking at you, EA Sports. It starts you at the beginning of the season, however, there is a password system in place to continue your season so you can eventually reach the final game and win the coveted Tecmo Bowl trophy. Each team has their own unique playbook, and there are 4 plays to choose from. 2 are running plays and 2 are passing plays, unless you play as Miami or San Francisco, who have 3 passing plays and 1 running play. This made sense at the time because these teams had pass-heavy offenses led by Dan Marino and Joe Montana. The defense gets the same playbook as a blind attempt to guess the play. When the defense guesses it right, it usually results in a sack or an interception. It isn't usually a score fest, seeing that the defense is usually faster than the offense and can chase them down. That is, unless you play as Bo Jackson, who is notoriously known for being abnormally fast in this game. Most fans of this game won't even play against or use Los Angeles due to the unfair advantage one player will have over the other. Tecmo Bowl also got a port to Game Boy, as well as its own Tiger handheld toy. In 1991, Tecmo was able to secure both the NFL and the NFLPA license. They released Super Tecmo Bowl and improved on the previous game in every way. More game modes were available this time around, including a full season and a Pro Bowl. The full season is the actual 1991 NFL season, and included in this game is a battery to save your progress. You can usually tell the games that have this feature by the gold label on the back. With the NFL license, all 28 of the teams were included, and the game is capable of recording stats from the season. Butts. There were a few players that had issues with the NFLPA that were not included, but let's say reimagined. Bills QB is Jim Kelly, Eagles QB is Randall Cunningham, and Browns QB is Bernie Kosar. A coin toss was added to the beginning of each game, and each playbook has been doubled now, giving us 8 plays per team. Instead of 9 players on the field, there are the appropriate 11. This brought the number of roster spots up considerably, and now injuries as well as substitutions are implemented. There are still dominant players, take for instance Lawrence Taylor of the New York Giants. Any QB playing against him was at a disadvantage as he easily penetrated opposing defenses. With the addition of the Kansas City Chiefs, the Nigerian Nightmare Christian Okoye was added to the roster. This was said to level the playing field as he is rumored to be just as good as Bo Jackson in the game. The touchdown animations were also jazzed up quite a bit along with some others. There is a new kicking animation. There's a new catching animation. And we even get a fun little halftime show, complete with the wave and cheerleaders. The game speed was slightly sped up, and fumbles were also added to the gameplay mechanics, making Tecmo Super Bowl the only football game that anybody talked about, and definitely the preferred football game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. The Tecmo franchise continued on to the 16-bit era with releases on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo systems, and then also had a release on the Sony PlayStation. That quickly came to a halt when EA Sports and their Madden franchise started to take over video game football as we know it. There was a resurgence in 2008 when Tecmo Bowl Kickoff for the Nintendo DS was released. Then in 2010, Tecmo Bowl Throwback was released for the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network. Neither one of these releases will be remembered like their 8-bit successors. To this day, Tecmo Bowl remains a cult phenomenon. The Bo Jackson exploitation has now become a Kia commercial, as well as a bit on an episode of Family Guy. Bo Jackson says he has never played the game. Tecmo Bowl was rated number 30 in Nintendo Power's Top 100 featured in their 100th issue. This list also included Super Nintendo as well as Nintendo 64 games. Rapper Vanilla Ice says, and I quote, "Tecmo Bowl is the best game ever invented still to this day. Come and get some of this on Tecmo Bowl. I'll kill it and grill it." There is even an annual Tecmo Bowl tournament that takes place in Wisconsin. Needless to say, the Tecmo Bowl franchise paved the way for football games we have today. For many of us, this game holds memories of the greatness we achieved in our living rooms in the 80s and 90s. Today we can play the original Tecmo Bowl arcade game for the Nintendo Switch on the Nintendo Game Store, and you can find Super Tecmo Bowl as one of the 30 games featured on the NES Classic Mini. Proof that the spirit of this retro classic is here to stay. I hope you've enjoyed this brief history and retrospective of Tecmo Bowl. I enjoyed making it as I got to play a lot of the football games in my collection. Be sure to subscribe for more video game content as this channel closes in on 100 subscribers. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.
Touchdown!
Hello everyone and welcome to my 20th episode. My name is Quinn Noble and today we are going to be talking about the games that I played in 2021. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. I've played a number of games in 2021. Some of my favorite titles that I'm addicted to have no end game in sight. These include games like NBA 2K20, where you can play an NBA player's entire career. I haven't even made it through one season of 82 games yet, and that is only one of the game modes. There is also Fallout 76, where they keep adding content in the form of seasons. I have spent countless hours decking out my settlement with cool stuff. Earlier this year, we were gifted a new update that lets us build vaults, and we are able to build a second settlement. I've also been really getting into the Pinball FX3 series. I currently own 82 out of the 99 tables they have available, so I have participated in many of their weekly tournaments, and am currently in the Gold 1 tier. I am still playing Pokemon Go almost daily and probably will be until I catch them all. Just kidding. I gave up on that years ago, and Nintendo has been adding a slew of new Pokemon to make it even more or less likely. The Tetris Effect had a nice update giving us a new connected mode. Not only can you play Tetris with your closest friends, but this update made the game cross-platform. Here you can see me playing with someone on Xbox and PC while I am playing on the PS4. It's 3 versus 1 in this mode, and if you are on the team of 3, you work together getting lines until your meter is filled and the playing field comes together so you can attack the team of 1. This update sure did give me a reason to pick this title back up off the shelf and play it some more. I also enjoyed playing Super Mario Bros. 35 on the Switch, which was very similar to Tetris 99. This was a release last year for the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros., and I played it pretty hard trying to collect all the unlockables. Sadly, they removed it from the Nintendo Online shop in April of this year. Those were some of my favorite video games to play in 2021, but I wanted this video to be about the games that I beat in 2021. Not every game is easy to master, especially some of the retro games that I played this year. Some of them required me to cheat a little bit, which I'm not exactly proud of, but I consider it a stepping stone to becoming better at these games in the future. There are 3 games in particular, and I've been playing them for almost 30 years. The first one is Contra for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The first cheat code that I ever learned was the Konami code. If you press up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, and start at the beginning of the game before the title appears, you will start with 30 lives instead of 3. It's definitely possible to beat the game in 3 lives, but I never had the patience for it. That is a challenge I may be up to in the future. Contra is an NES classic, and if you have never played it, I highly recommend it. I played it solo, but it is much more fun with a friend. There is a Contra collection available in the eShops for the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. The next game I beat by cheating was Sega Age's release of Shinobi for the Nintendo Switch. When I was a kid growing up in Tampa, Florida, there was a magical restaurant called Papa Louie's Pizza. In the back of Papa Louie's, there was an arcade loaded with about 15 arcade games and a cigarette vending machine. This was the first arcade I ever knew of. It doesn't exist anymore, but I can still remember that smell of fresh pizza and stale cigarette smoke vividly. The first game I ever dropped a quarter into was Shinobi, and man, this game was hard. I could always get about 10 stages in before I started losing my money, but with the rewind feature on the Sega Ages version, I was finally able to get through Shinobi. Without the rewind feature, this game is damn near impossible. Moving on to the last game I cheated on, and that game is Castlevania for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I always wanted to beat this game, and even with the help of the Game Genie, this game was still really tough. I used 2 cheats. The first is unlimited lives, and the second is to keep your weapon when you die. Even with these 2 codes, it took me over 3 hours to beat. I probably spent about 2 hours just trying to beat the final boss, Dracula. With my cousin John and my buddy Will cheering me on via Twitch, I finally got that jerk Dracula, and even though I cheated, this was one of my more satisfying wins of the year.
We're doing it! We're doing it! We're doing it! I just beat Castlevania for the first time in my life.
I have a very long list of arcade beat-em-ups that I've been wanting to play lately. In 2021, I got to play through 2 of them that I used to play when I was younger. The first one needs no introduction. This is the, dare I say, legendary beat-em-up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I do realize I pretty much have branded myself a Konami fanboy at this point. This is the 3rd game by them that I have featured in this video, and what can I say? They knew how to make a great game in the 90s. This one featured up to 4 players, each one controlling one of our heroes in a half-shell. Here I am playing by myself because I have no friends. Just kidding, I have 122 subscribers that I love and appreciate very much. Anyway, when I was 9 years old, this gem came out and it looked so smooth I thought I was controlling the cartoon. I feel like every arcade had the volume up on this cabinet cranked up as loud as it could go to draw attention to us kids. The first time I beat it was at a skating rink called the United Skates of America. I was there for someone's birthday party. I don't remember whose birthday party it was. That part of the story isn't important. What is important is that I had enough of my closest friends and we had enough quarters to get to the end and beat Shredder. Those friends were not important either, but what is important is that for a glimmer of my childhood, this game made me feel like a superhero. I mean, we used the word cowabunga like it was going out of style. And indeed it was. The other beat-em-up that I revisited was Spider-Man the video game. This game was very similar to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. There can be up to 4 players and each one controls one of 4 superheroes. You can be Hawkeye, Black Cat, Namor the Submariner, or probably the most popular choice, Spider-Man. Each character has their own special power you can activate by mashing both buttons together. What separates Spider-Man the video game from other beat-em-ups is how it transformed into a side-scrolling platformer in each level. This game was released by Sega in 1991, and what a year that was, because that same year, they released a little game you may have heard of called Sonic the Hedgehog. If you'd like to know more about Spider-Man the video game, I made a video about it. I will leave a card to that right here. Online and retro games aren't the only titles I played in 2021. Here are some other genres that I tried my hand at. Lo-Fi Ping Pong is a rhythm game for the Nintendo Switch. The concept is very simple. You use the A, B, and Y buttons to correspond to a section of the ping pong table, and you mash the appropriate button to the beat. I would come home from work and just get lost in all the ambient beats lo-fi ping pong has to offer. It can be a mindless game at times, but it also got the best of me as the game progressed. This game is short, but it does come with a save feature. There are 15 levels total, and I beat them over the course of about 3 nights. Risk of Rain is a game I purchased from Limited Run Games. This is an action platformer with roguelike elements. I first played this game a couple of times and died within the first couple of minutes. I didn't really understand what I was supposed to do. I watched someone on Twitch play it for a little bit and became fascinated with it. It's all about collecting things and leveling up your character. Time is also a factor as everything gets more difficult the longer you take. It became addicting to try and get farther and farther down the Risk of Rain rabbit hole. I felt rewarded every time I got just a little bit further. There is also an online multiplayer option that I tried with my buddy Frank, but it came with some glitches and we were separated several times. Eventually I made my way through all the terrains the game had to offer, making this the first roguelike game I have ever beat. Risk of Rain was definitely one of my favorite games I played in 2021. I tried not to neglect my PSVR either. I beat a game called Pixel Rip 1989. This is a virtual reality love letter to retro games of the 80s and 90s. There are all kinds of nods to cult classic retro games like Zelda, Golden Axe, Ghouls and Ghosts, and even Battletoads. You play a young girl named Dot who is chosen to save the world, so to speak. Dot has to play a handheld system while not getting caught by her teacher. It's a very clever game and an enjoyable VR experience. The ending sets you up for its sequel, Pixel Rip 1995, which released in 2020. That might be a game I need to play in 2022. This game is called Gundamoniums. Lately I've been getting into shoot-em-ups, or shmups as the cool kids are calling them these days. Gundamoniums is considered a cute-em-up with its cartoon-looking characters. Originally a Japanese PC game released in 2003, Gundamoniums is a side-scrolling bullet hell shooter that has a focus on navigating mazes created by curtain fire. I died several times while playing this game. Lucky for me, there are unlimited continues. "2021 was the year that I decided to get really into speedrunning. The more I watched others speedrun, the more I wanted to try myself. It's like being behind one of your friends when you're younger and watching them play and being like, hey, let me get a try. In 2021, I was able to qualify in 6 different categories across 4 different games. The first was PC Genjin for the PC Engine. Try saying that 3 times fast. This year was the first time I beat PC Genjin, but I have beaten the version in the States known as Bonk's Adventure several times. When I was younger, I begged my parents for a TurboGrafx 16 just so I could play this game. This game seemed like an easy one to qualify for a speed run, and all the feels came back as I ran through it a few times. I was able to get my time down to around the 45-minute mark, and that earned me 11th place on a short list of 12. You gotta start somewhere, I guess. "45 minutes, 24 seconds. Chippendale Rescue Rangers is a game that I placed in already. This year, I was able to beat my old time. I posted my entire run on YouTube and added some commentary complete with some backstory and strategies to the game. It made for one of my higher viewed videos, and I hope to make more like it. It seems like something speedrunners aren't doing, and it makes me feel like a pioneer of sorts. At the filming of this video, I am ranked 323rd with a time of 12 minutes and 53 seconds. Speaking of Disney games by Capcom, I also ran The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. The object of this game is to rescue your dog Pluto from the clutches of Pete and his minions. This game borrows elements from games like Mega Man, as there are different outfits you can collect for Mickey, each giving him a special power. This might look like a kid's game, but there is a degree of difficulty. I ran it on easy and placed 46th with a time around 24 minutes. I decided to run it on normal after that and placed much higher at 18th place with a time of 28 minutes and 7 seconds. Saving the best for last, and that is one of my favorite games of all time, Mega Man. Mega Man is one of those games I always had to cheat on. When I say this, I mean using the glitch where you hit the select button to get some extra damage on the enemies. Especially the rock monster, also known as the Yellow Devil. I thought that if I wanted to place in Mega Man, the only runs they would accept were glitchless runs. I grinded through the game one night and beat it without the glitch for the first time in my life. I thought to myself, maybe I can place in Mega Man. I ran the game a few more times and got a time of 41 minutes and 39 seconds. I submitted the run and placed 45th on speedrun.com. After watching a few runs better than mine, I realized these speedrunners were using the glitch. It turns out there are two categories of runs. I submitted the same run and placed 17th in the world for a glitchless run. This speedrunning achievement is by far the one I am most proud of. Looking back on 2021, I really put game hunting on hold and instead put time aside to actually play my games. I have a lot to be proud of. My speedrunning profile looks much better than it did in 2020, and it makes me wonder what 2022 has in store. What games did you play in 2021? Did you surpass any achievements that you were overly proud of? Let me know down in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed this episode, as I had a lot of fun looking back on the games I played this year. My name is Quinn Noble, and if you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode. My name is Quinn Noble, and today we're going to be taking a look at my game room in 2022. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. I started last year with a tour of my game room, and it was my best performing video in my first year as a channel. I figured I would be crazy not to make one for 2022, and to be honest, that last game room did not last long. I had to move to another apartment and set up a new game room. I filmed a few videos in that room, including a let's play of Sega's Spider-Man the video game, as well as a brief history of Tecmo Bowl. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I was forced to move again, and unfortunately we will never get a tour of that room. However, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and that has brought me to my best game room yet. Let's pick up where we left off. If you saw my last game room tour, we ended with my holy grail item, which is this Marvel vs. Capcom arcade machine. It serves as a storage for my Rock Band drum set, and I have to say that I am lucky to have this bad boy in my game room. You see, my new apartment is on the second floor. With the help of my good buddy and bandmate Russ, we got it up the flight of stairs, but it was no easy task. Let's just say that I'm not looking forward to moving this thing again, and I definitely owe Russ a few more rounds of beer for his help. This arcade game is powered by a Sega Naomi, which is the arcade equivalent of the Sega Dreamcast. It has a cartridge slot where you can swap the game out. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the only one I have at the moment, but I have looked into buying a couple online, including Virtua Tennis and Power Stone. Next to my lone arcade machine is a magazine rack with various strategy guides. It helps to have all the Marvel vs. Capcom moves readily available when I have buddies over to play. I always check the book sections in the thrift stores. I have found some really good guides by doing this. I found this glass case for free at a thrift shop. I didn't really need a glass case, but it is kind of the centerpiece to my game room. As of now, it houses some large system boxes as well as a ton of nostalgia from the 80s and 90s. Some of this stuff was gifted to me. Some of it I found thrifting. Some of it was featured in some of my earlier videos. And some of it even belonged to me as a child, like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mutant module.
Shredder and his henchmen have used it to drill into the underground gold vault. We're here. Can they just drive in and take whatever they want? Why not? Because Splinter and the Turtles are hovering nearby in their turtle copter. Hey guys, something's afoot. Shredder's getting away, but with the turtle copters punching skids, he's a pushover. It's foot washing time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Vehicles and figures each sold separately from Playmates.
On top of the glass case, I have some autographs, including the late Jeremy Bullock, who originally played Boba Fett, and George Lowe, who played Space Ghost on Adult Swim. Above that are some Punch-Out portraits that I have painted. I would like to eventually get a whole set from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. So far, I have painted Piston Honda, King Hippo, and Bald Bull. Is there a better boxing game out there? If there is, I don't want to know about it. Squirtle here is a rescue from one of my local Goodwills. I don't know if I have told you yet, but I am highly addicted to Pokemon Go. Feel free to add me if you are too. Next to my glass display case is my entertainment center. This is where I keep the majority of my systems. On top, you'll find a Bulbasaur, as well as some boxes to systems and accessories. I don't necessarily collect Funko Pops, however I do have a small collection. This is Bill Reiser and Lance Bean from the classic game Contra. Contra is a side-scrolling run and gun that I featured in my last video about the games that I played in 2021. Be sure to check that video out if you haven't yet. If you know me personally, then you know Ren and Stimpy was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. I once did a cosplay of Powdered Toast Man that won me first place in a 2017 Halloween costume contest at the best damn bar in my town, or Paul's Poorhouse. I got to meet Ren and Stimpy's co-creator Bob Camp at DragonCon a few years back, and I also got to meet Billy West, who plays the voice of Stimson J. Cat, as well as the Red M&M, Doug Funny, and one of my favorite characters of all time, Philip J. Fry. Speaking of Philip J. Fry, I have always admired this fan art of him in a smoke jacket. The original one has the artist's initials AO. I'm not quite sure who the artist is. If you know, please let me know in the comments. I have seen multiple copies out there, and being the lemming that I am, I decided to paint one for my game room. There is a Futurama game, and one day I will own it. But it will have to be a day that I am swimming in money like Scrooge McDuck, because it goes for a pretty penny. If anyone is wondering what to get me for my birthday, Futurama Complete for the OG Xbox is at the top of my list. I'm sure you've seen dogs playing cards, but have you seen the animated Bad Boys playing cards? This painting was gifted to me by my friend Alberto. He goes by the name Life's Ink on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to give him a follow, as his art and content are only getting better. I'll leave his handles in the description. I just love the detail he uses with Bender and Rick cheating by passing cards through a portal. This piece fits perfectly in my game room. Thanks again, Alberto. There are plenty of cartoon-related video games, and I love to play them all. One I have played a lot in my day is The Simpsons Hit and Run for the Nintendo GameCube. This is basically Grand Theft Auto in Springfield, and what more could you ask for? Many Simpsons fans, myself included, believe this to be the best Simpsons game ever. What game room isn't complete without a shelf dedicated to Mario? This question mark block Magic 8 Ball was a gift from my mom. Let's ask it a question. Do you think we can get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year? Well, that was kind of open-ended. I keep my mini systems underneath my television. My mini collection includes the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and the Core graphics. I keep the majority of my systems behind these glass doors to display. They are not hooked up, as I am not a fan of wires. They aren't in any particular order either, so let's start with the Sega Master System. Next to that is a pile of Wii's, Below, I have the Sega Dreamcast and Sega Saturn, as well as the OG Nintendo and Super Nintendo. In the next case, I have the Sega Genesis Models 1 and 2, the Jungle Green Nintendo 64, and a Nintendo GameCube with the Game Boy player. The next shelf has 2 models of the PS1, the PlayStation 2, as well as the fat PlayStation 3. Below that is my TurboGrafx 16, original Xbox, and 2 versions of the Xbox 360. Above that, I have some accessories like my PSVR, original box Game Boy, and the Power Glove, which is more for show. It hardly did what it was supposed to, but the commercials in between Saturday morning cartoons made us feel otherwise.
The Power Glove for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you and the games are one. Everything else is child's play.
Right now I have the Wii U hooked up to my main TV. I always like to have Mario Kart 8 ready for some multiplayer action. I keep all my Wii U games on this Wii rack I found at the Goodwill bins, so I spared no expense. It also makes perfect storage for my Rock Band Stratocaster. The Guitar Hero and Rock Band accessories are some of the hardest to find spare room for. I feel like this is why we come across so many at thrift shops and garage sales. The other side of this rack stores multiple Wiimotes, more than you will need, really. On this wall I have all of my handheld systems on display. I have the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, Game Boy Color, the OG Game Boy, Nintendo DS and 3DS, the PSP, the PS Vita, Sega Game Gear, and this Tiger Electronics Home Alone 2 LCD game. I had a few of these growing up, and I was mighty surprised to find this relic from 1992 floating around in the bottom of the Goodwill bins. What a score, and the fact that it still works was just the icing on the cake. Over here I have my collection of Game Boy games. This rack I am using is actually a nail polish holder that I ordered off of Amazon. It will hold about 30 games and makes for a very nice display. I did end up adding a few games to my Game Boy collection this year, including Gargoyle's Quest. This game is sentimental to me because it was one of the few games I had when I was younger. The game is a spin-off of the Ghosts and Goblins series where you play as the villain gargoyle Firebrand. Ironically, I played this game before I even knew what Ghosts and Goblins was. As you can see, I am playing this on the Super Game Boy, which is such an underrated accessory. They even made some games for it, like Donkey Kong here, that was made especially for the Super Game Boy. My mom found this in her thrifting adventures and picked it up for me. As you can tell, the normal background is replaced by a DK arcade machine. The classic game is here, as well as several new levels made just for this Super Game Boy experience. Here's a cool game room hack. I found this clear over-the-door shoe organizer at Walmart for about $5. Instead of using it for shoes, I use it to store all of my controllers. As you can see, they are the perfect size for most control pads. There are even larger pockets on the bottom to house bulky controllers for consoles like Nintendo 64 or the Sega Dreamcast. You will find a lot of Star Wars memorabilia in my game room, and for good reason. Star Wars is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I have been watching the series my whole life. The films are some of my earliest memories, and I still have some of the Kenner action figures from when I was a kiddo. There are so many Star Wars games out there, it seems like I have one for every system. You've got your side scrollers, pod racing, online multiplayer battlegrounds, and even some pinball.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off
Isn't that
for him.
right, R2? My love for the film has opened doors in my life that I never thought possible. My good buddy Lance has a movie-quality Boba Fett costume. His attendance was requested by comedic rapper MC Chris for a concert at a venue called Big Daddy's. We got to party with MC Chris and there were stormtroopers dancing on the bar. It was an epic night. This led me to making my own Star Wars costumes like Savage Opress and even a Tusken Raider, although I had some help with that one. I got to party with Star Wars fan and comedian Brian Posehn, who later got cast and killed off in the first episode of The Mandalorian. I even got to sit in on a convention panel with Peter Mayhew, who originally played Chewbacca. He told stories of being on the set of the original Star Wars trilogy. Sadly, he passed away in 2019. Star Wars is one of my favorite movie franchises, but my favorite video game franchise has to be the Blue Bomber himself, Mega Man. You will find lots of Mega Man merchandise spread across my game room and my apartment for that matter. He appears in my refrigerator magnet collection, my pin collection, even my sock collection. I have some Mega Man pop vinyls, a Pez dispenser, and even a Mega Man cereal made by Funko. Mega Man artwork is displayed all over my game.
Damn it, dude. Damn it.
Hurry it up!
So we got a pulse.
Sweet mother of God! What is the holdup?
No kidding, man. Hey, these are the breaks. This was like a bonus stream. My nights are supposed to be Monday and Wednesday now. Some bonus Thursday stream. Gotcha. Good call. Dude, come on, man. Used to driving Trevor's car.
Okay, this'll be it. Maze Bank Arena. Let's find them.
Supposed to be where the Lakers play.
It's showtime, kids.
You can't park there. Production vehicles only.
Tell me you don't want... Come on, you dipshit. Ah, that host, man. He's like any closeted TV presenter. Bitter as fucking vinegar.
Where the fuck are they?
Hello, sir. May I please have your name?
Where the fuck is Tracy Townley, huh? Tracy fucking DeSanta. Fuck, screw that. Where the fuck's Laszlo?
It doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, that was really... All right. It's the auditions, Fame or Shame, Season 14, right here in Vinewood, San Andreas. Coming up next, it's Tracy DeSanta. Judges, Tracy DeSanta. Yes.
Hi.
All right. Tracy's a
dancer, but she also likes acting, modeling, and working with children. That's beautiful. You're so original, like a basket full of puppies or a rainbow or a pile of puke. Who are these clowns?
That's my dad and Trevor?
Two dads. Great.
Wow.
Very San Andreas.
What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Okay, I'm back.
Relax, chill, make yourself at home. We've got a little show to do here. 3, 2, 1. All right, it's fame or shame for Tracy DeSanta. Music!
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even talk to me.
Shake what your daddy's gave you, honey.
I'm so crazy.
Stuff a 20.
Oh!
Fucking something about this.
That's enough.
Oh! I said that's enough! Hey, I got security! Security!
What'd you fucking say?
Come on, big guy! Come on there!
Trevor hits him on the head with a chair.
Tracy, go home. Come back here.
We're supposed to kill him?
They towed us. We gotta take the truck.
There! We take the truck!
Dude. Really? God damn it.
Hey! Hey! Not my rig!
I don't think it's happening tonight, guys.
I saw him. Turn left.
He's not stand down.
It's poor parenting. Now, thanks for the fucking feedback. It means a lot coming from you.
We're gonna flatten this toy car in this big rig.
Don't you worry.
Fucking asshole. I knew he was an asshole.
Just push him off the fucking road. It's only a battery car. Come on.
This ain't exactly a race. We'll go faster without that trailer.
He went left. Calm it down. The little bastard's gone onto the train tracks.
I lost him.
We can have a little fun with it, but let's not try to kill this prick, all right?
When we crush his little toy car, who knows what'll happen to him?
Look, he went left. Fucking idiot!
I knew this city would be full of douchebags.
Can we speed it
Yo,
up a little?
Kazuna,
Huh?
Maybe
you're
by throwing
confirming
your
it?
fat carcass over the side.
Head right up here. Took a right. Can't get enough of the celebrities, can you? 10 fucking minutes in LS.
Shut up! That cocksucker might be famous, but oh!
We'll get him. We'll get him. But we're sure taking our time about it. He's going down into the LS River.
I can see that. I hate that closeted man whore on the TV. I hate him on the radio. I hate him even more in person. He was never funny. The little shit's all out of juice.
guys.
You run out of batteries, huh?
I didn't mean anything by it, all right?
Oh, yeah? Well, that little girl sat on my lap when she was 2 years old, and I swore to God that I would rip the fucking skin off anyone who fucking wronged her.
Look, I'm just a dumb A-list celebrity trying to entertain America, okay? I got a lot of stuff going on right now, dude, besides you trying to kill me. Now, I got multiple sexual harassment lawsuits, plus I'm an addict, all right? And I've relapsed. I can't stop jacking, dude. I jack it in traffic.
What's your talent, huh? I mean, aside from love and sex.
Dude, haven't you seen my show? It's not live, it's not funny. That's my genius. I got no fucking talent.
Clearly ain't being humble, T. You proved your point.
This is your daughter. You should be wanting to rip the fucking ponytail off the back of this guy's head. And you! Pants off.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
What are you doing?
Now, I want you to dance sexy, celebrity.
I mean, I need music or...
You trying to fucking annoy me, huh?
I'll dance.
Good. All right, now drop it like it's hot, all right? I want to see you get nice and low. Come on, lower, lower, come on.
Oh, please don't kill me, okay? I'm supposed to be on a magazine cover next week.
All right,
Please
come on,
don't.
get up. Take off.
Thanks.
Go, now, before I change my mind.
I got it on my camera, you fucking pussy! The world's gonna see your shit!
I'll go home.
How the fuck did you do without me for 9 years, huh?
Dave.
We need to talk.
I was about to tell you the same thing.
Okay. Meet me at Galileo Observatory as soon as you can get there.
Okay.
Boom. Friendship resurrected. You contact Trevor. Alright, guys. I think this bonus stream is over. Little guy's not staying down. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. He went like 3 or 4 streams without waking up, so... Sweet. I love you guys. Take care.
You stay classy, San Diego.
And thanks for stopping by.
I hate goodbyes.
It was a pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Goodbye.